the silence that spoke. Everyone in Abia knew what life would be. You finished school if you were lucky. You worked where work was available. You stayed. The town had one main road, one hospital, and a railway station where trains passed without stopping. People didn't talk about the future, because the future looked exactly like the past. Arjun learned early not to expect much. His father repaired bicycles under a tin roof. His mother stitched clothes for neighbors. Money came in small amounts and left quickly. But every evening, when work was done, his father turned on the radio. The radio was older than Arjun. It hummed before it spoke, like it was clearing its throat. News, music, voices from faraway cities. It made the world feel bigger than Abia. When the radio died one summer evening, the house fell into a silence that felt heavier than noise. "It's fine," his father said. "Things break." But Arjun felt something change inside him. He waited 2 days before touching the radio. He wasn't brave, just unable to let go. He opened it slowly, afraid of making the silence permanent. Inside were tangled wires, dust, and small parts that seemed important even though he didn't understand them. He made mistakes. He broke it further. Then he tried again. Failure became familiar. His parents didn't scold him. That quiet disappointment stayed with him longer than anger ever could. So Arjun began searching for answers: scrap shops, repair stalls, old manuals with missing pages. He asked questions people didn't want to answer and listened when they finally did. Slowly, the silence ended. The radio spoke again. Something inside Arjun did too. By 14, he was repairing fans. By 16, phones and lanterns. People laughed at first, then returned when things stopped working. He never asked for money. Understanding felt more valuable than payment. At school, Arjun was average. Teachers praised students who learned faster. Some said, "He's practical, not academic." Those words followed him home each day. Still, every night, he studied slowly, patiently. He learned not to chase perfection, only progress. When he was accepted into an engineering college, the town celebrated like he had escaped something dangerous. Arjun smiled, but fear followed him. University was louder, faster, and colder. Students spoke with confidence he didn't have. Professors assumed knowledge he was still building. He failed his first major exam. That night, sitting alone on the hostel stairs, he thought about quitting. Going home felt easier. Repairing bicycles felt safe. Then he remembered the radio, how broken it had been, how close he had come to giving up, how alive he felt when it finally worked again. He stayed. Arjun stopped pretending he understood everything. He asked questions without shame. He studied deeper instead of faster. While others chased marks, he chased meaning. He repaired broken lab equipment no one wanted, built projects no one asked for. Slowly, people noticed not his brilliance, but his persistence. After graduation, success did not arrive the way people imagine it does. There was no big job, No celebration. Only a small position with long hours and little pay. Arjun worked in rural areas repairing communication systems. When networks failed, hospitals went quiet, schools stopped, and families felt alone. He learned that silence could be dangerous. Years passed quietly. Then one monsoon season, a storm destroyed communication lines across several districts. Most systems were declared unsalvageable. Teams moved on. Arjun didn't. He worked through rain and exhaustion, rebuilding what others abandoned. When the first signal returned, people cried. Doctors made calls. Parents heard their children's voices again. That was when Arjun understood success. It wasn't recognition. It wasn't money. It was usefulness. Years later, he returned to Abia. The town looked the same. The road was still narrow. The station still ignored passing trains. In his parents' house, the radio sat on the same shelf. It no longer worked. Arjun smiled and left it untouched. Some things do not need to be fixed again. Some silences exist only to remind us where our voice began. And sometimes, the silence that once broke you is the same silence that teaches you how to speak.